Good morning, you guys, and welcome to today's vlog. I just pulled over on the side of the road. I meant to start this video when I was at Starbucks, and then I got sidetracked because I was literally thinking to myself the other day, what flavor cold foam should I get on my iced coffee? If you didn't know, I love getting cold foam on my iced coffees. And in like November I do the pumpkin, in December I do the peppermint, and I was thinking to myself, when is pistachio going to come back? And it came back. So I got pistachio cold foam on my coffee, and I was so excited about that. I forgot I wanted to start today's vlog, so I quickly pulled over. I'm like 2 minutes from Harris's house. I just went ahead and grabbed coffee for him, his dad, and myself. It's actually Monday. Little Lily is not with me. I just went ahead and dropped the boys off at school. She is home with Harris because this past week Harris sadly had to get his appendix taken out. We had a appendicitis ordeal on New Year's Eve, and so he went ahead and got that taken out, I think like January 2nd or something like that. I don't know why men choose not to listen to us partners and girlfriends and wives. I told him that he should have went to the hospital New Year's Eve night. He was crippled and doubled over in severe pain. However, he did not listen to me. He actually went all day on New Year's Day not getting seen or anything like that, and his dad and I had to basically convince him to go. I was like, if you are doubled over in pain, so much so that you're throwing up, like I think something really is wrong and happened inside of your body. He was trying to write it off as just another thing. And so he finally went to the doctor on January 2nd, and he did have appendicitis, and they did go ahead and take his appendix out. So we've been dealing with that over the end of last week into the weekend. Him just on like the road to recovery now. He did get it done laparoscopically, which I think is definitely easier than going the route where they cut you open and take it out, but he does have to be careful and heal his body. So we've been dealing with that at the end of last week into this past weekend. He is staying home from work today because he is only a few days out of surgery, and so I left Lily home with him this morning because it has been so cold here in New York that I feel bad taking her out of the house if I don't necessarily have to. So he is just laying on the couch with her, and she's home with him. But I did offer to pick us all up coffee so that we could have some coffee for today. So that is what we just went ahead and did. I want to go ahead and taste my pistachio cold foam. So good, just as good as I remember it. I always forget. I guess it is like a January special. If you haven't tried the pistachio before, they do like a pistachio latte, I think, but because it's like a pump add-in flavor, you can add it to cold foam. So that is what I went ahead and did. But today, like I said, it's Monday. If you guys saw my last video, which was my New Year's Eve Q&A, I mentioned how Lily and I are taking a trip down to Florida. We leave on Thursday. If you have not seen that video, I will link it up here. I'll kind of go more into detail about why just Lily and I are going, but just little Lily and I are taking a bit of a girls' weekend, a little girls' trip, and we're heading down to Florida to go stay with my mom for my grandma's 80th birthday party that she's having this coming weekend. So we leave on Thursday, like I said, pretty early. And so it's time for me to go ahead and pack for that trip. I did start pulling some things out for Lily. I will show you guys when I get home. But over the next few days, I have to pack for our trip this weekend. We have yet to celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah is now over. But Harris's mom, his sister, his brother-in-law, and all of their kids stayed in Florida. They went to Disney after Clearwater and then extended their trip to go stay at Harris's mom's house that they have down there. So they extended their trip and they got back on January 4th. So they missed the entirety of Hanukkah here back in New York. So we just decided to hold off and not celebrate Hanukkah yet. And so we are going to be celebrating when I get back from Florida at the beginning of next week. So because of that, I need to at some point go to Target this week to pick up gifts for the cousins. So long story short, long intro short, I need to pack over the next few days for Lily and I's trip to Florida, and I probably need to go shopping at some point before our trip to pick up Hanukkah gifts for the cousins. So I think today's video is going to be a few days in my life. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to head home and bring Harris and his dad their coffee. Lily needs a nap in a little bit, and then I will figure out a game plan for packing. as you guys saw, set out all of my stuff. So it's, I think, like 4 days. I leave on the 5th day. So this is everything I have for myself. This is all the maternity clothes that I'm going to be giving my sister. Carrier that's going to go in my carry-on. I'm using my Teddy Blake bag again. I absolutely love this. And then that's all Lily stuff that I already did the other day. So I think this is actually most of everything I need aside from toiletries. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. Okay, future Jen here. My face is so red because it is 22 degrees out and freezing, and I just dropped the boys off at school. But I wanted to quickly jump on and say that the remainder of the video you're gonna see, I did already film some of it yesterday and the day before. It's going to be a voiceover showing you guys exactly what I packed and how I packed, because with having Harris home due to his appendix and him recovering from that, and his mom home and his dad home, it's just been chaotic the last few days for me to get ready for this trip. And so it's easiest for me to quickly take clips during the packing process and then just voice over exactly what I'm packing and how I pack. And I figured it would be kind of informative and entertaining to see like exactly what I'm packing for myself and for Lily, and like my thought process that goes into packing, in case you're flying with a baby for the first time or just need some packing inspo. So that is what the remainder of this video is going to be. It's now 2 days later and I'm quickly at CVS, and as you guys will see in a few minutes, I'm here to pick up some last minute things for my trip with Lily. So that is what we're going to get into now. Okay, I wanted to go more in depth and share with you guys my thought process behind packing. Also, if you hear some noise in the background, I have little Lily with me while I record this. But as you can see, I have all of Lily's stuff folded and kind of stacked on its side. I find that's the best way to maximize space when packing. And then I do always go ahead and put my shoes on the bottom. The largest thing that I had to pack was probably this sweatsuit. I love to bring some comfy clothes with me. And then my other outfits of choice, I brought this sweater with some little linen shorts. You saw this when I went to Clearwater. I really like this outfit. And then I also needed to pack my outfit for my grandma's 80th birthday, which again, that was pretty large to fit into the bag. So I kind of monopolized a lot of the suitcase here. But as you guys will see, I feel like I fit a lot in this suitcase. I feel like I'm a pretty good packer. So again, here's my outfit for my grandmother's birthday. And then again, I decided to turn this stuff on its side. I find when doing that, you're able to fit a lot more stuff. So once I fit that in there, I then put in the rest of my clothes, which was just like a pair of biker shorts, a sweatshirt, a flannel. Again, it was pretty cold when I went down to Florida this time, just like it was when we went to Clearwater. It was in the 50s and 60s, so I'm really happy with the options that I brought. And then I also had, like I said, biker shorts just in case it was warm, some tank tops as some options. So I was able to stack all of my stuff on this side of the suitcase. Now in this bag here was all of my old maternity clothes that I wanted to bring down to my sister. I feel like I've mentioned it before, but my sister is pregnant. It's her first pregnancy, and I've always kept all of my stuff in hopes that I'd be able to share it with her. So I had some white options, a white tank top, a white long sleeve, a white short sleeve. I had some black options. I think I had 2 t-shirts, a tank top, a long sleeve again, and then some pant options. I think I gave her 2 pairs of leggings and a pair of biker shorts, which would pretty much have her set for her entire pregnancy. She is, I think, 23 weeks now, so she's definitely entering the phase where her little bump is growing and she could use some maternity options. Now that is all the clothes that I needed to bring and pack in the main part of the suitcase, and then in these pockets up here I always do my pajamas, underwear, socks, bras, any kind of smaller miscellaneous items I always throw into these pockets. I have some socks for Lily, some bows for Lily, some hair accessories. All of that got put into these top pockets. I 1,000,000% recommend bringing some sort of baby carrier when traveling with a baby. I find that it's very useful in the boarding and deboarding of the plane to be more hands-free, so I have that set aside to bring with me. And then this clear bag I shared with you guys when I packed for Clearwater. It's actually an old case that I got from Dreamland Sleep Sacks, but it's like the perfect size for diapers, wipes, A&D, all of that kind of miscellaneous baby stuff. I do always like to bring a snack for myself, a Tylenol, you never know when you're going to need that, glasses, and my passport. I always bring my passport even when it's like a domestic flight. I love to have that with me just in case. And again, this bag is from Teddy Blake. I will link it down below. Again, it wound up being the most perfect travel carry-on / diaper bag. So I have that laid out as well as my clothes for travel day. This is my toiletry bag, so I'm just kind of sharing with you guys what I usually pack. I do sometimes get cold sores, so I always like to have my medication with me just in case. Hair accessories, makeup wipes, shampoo, and conditioner. This is a bag full of like travel face products, a travel hairspray, a travel deodorant. Even though I'm going to my mom's house, I still like to bring all of my own like hair care stuff. I also have my toothpaste, a razor, Q-tips. This is what normally goes in my little toiletry bag, and then of course some toothpaste I picked up. This travel case I got from, I think, Shein, but you can get them from Target, from Amazon, anything like that, and I can fit a good amount of stuff in this thing. So that is all my toiletries. I always like to bring medicine. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you would know that the boys constantly got sick whenever I traveled, so I've just learned to always travel with Tylenol, Motrin, Benadryl. For Lily, she needs a nose syringe if she gets stuffed, some like Vicks vapor rub for the chest. I love to have all of my little medicine supplies with me when I travel. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, I had to go down to CVS to pick up some last minute things. I always like to bring like a full pack of wipes. I did wind up shipping diapers down to my mom, so I did not have to pack those in my suitcase, but I like to make sure I have like full of whatever I need. So I always go with like a full pack of wipes, a full pack of A&D, all that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to formula, I did wind up shipping a container of formula to my mom's house, but for the travel day, I like to bring this container. This is the Dr. Brown's like formula container. I think I got this off of Amazon. I like to bring a lot of formula, and I highly recommend that you do too, because you never know if your flight is going to be delayed, and if you only bought 1 or 2 bottles worth of formula with you, you could be screwed. So I fill this thing up. I do 3 8-ounce bottles in these 3 compartments. So for my formula, that's 4 scoops per compartment. This little travel formula thing makes it so easy when it comes to making bottles, because the lid, if you guys can see, you just like pop that open and you can dump it right into your bottle. So I will link a lot of this stuff down below if you guys are in the market for any of this stuff, and then you guys will be able to shop right through that. But like I mentioned, I shipped an entire container of formula down to my mom, so that was already there. I just had to worry about packing enough for our travel day. I never traveled when the boys were still being formula fed, so when it came to traveling with Lily, I had a lot of questions and turned to like my mom groups on Facebook. But what I learned is that you can bring unopened bottles of water. You just have to take them out at security and they test them to make sure they're water. They just put them in a machine and it reads that it's water. So I always bring 2 water bottles with me. That is 4 bottles for Lily, so it's more than enough water to go with the formula that I packed for her, and that I put in my carry-on / diaper bag. Here I am just making sure I didn't leave anything behind from the last time I flew down to Florida. I realized I wanted to bring a thermometer for Lily, as you guys saw, so that I threw in the little like medicine bag that I packed, and then it was due for my period when I was traveling, so I did pack some tampons and pads for my stay with my mom, and that stuff I just threw in those miscellaneous pockets on top. But here I am throwing in all of my extra things. So the medicine bag, my toiletries, you'll see here in a few minutes, I'll do like my makeup bag. This little bag here, I pack the baby monitor in. I'll do the charger for that. I'll do the monitor for that. And then her sound machine as well. All of that fits in that little bag. So that will go right into my suitcase the day that we leave. And then here we are at the airport. Honestly, traveling with babies is a lot easier than it sounds. It is always daunting the first few times that you do it, but I promise you get the hang of it. And honestly, traveling with just Lily was a piece of cake compared to all the times I've traveled alone with the twins. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my packing process, the thought process behind everything, and hearing a few little tips when it comes to traveling with a baby. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in Florida. Bye guys.